Well, hello, I'm Rebekah Radice, Director of Community Growth here at PLR.me, and I am joined by the always amazing Jackie Lacroix.
I'm so excited to be here with you guys. So I started an online business 10 years ago now, over 10 years ago. So I feel like I've kind of spanned the gamut, a lot of the girly, if you will, demographics of female personal development, feminine entrepreneurship, and then got more into business consulting as I realized that people who had beautiful hearts, gorgeous messages, big kind of visions and missions, had no idea how to effectively make money on the internet and were spending a lot of time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears pouring their effort into things that weren't actually paying off and that weren't bringing them any joy or their clients any results. So that got me into being passionate about business consulting, branding consulting, and sales strategy. And that is why I'm here with you guys, because I love what you're doing and I want you guys to succeed more quickly, more easily, with less stress, and while having much more fun and much greater revenue.
Yes to both of those. Well, and so much of your expertise, like you said, is around really getting crystal clear on
Mhm.
what your message is, what you're putting out there in the world. And so that just beautifully dovetails into what we're talking about here today, which is how to stress less when it comes to creating content and taking one piece, so one of your resources from PLR.me, and turning it into 30 different pieces of content. Or even I was thinking about it, Jackie, I mean, it could be 30 different pieces. It could be 30 different days of
Yep.
content for social media, for email marketing. And we've got a whole bunch of fun stuff for you at the end. So you want to stick around because we're going to give you a worksheet, a checklist to make this even easier than it already is with PLR.me. And Jackie, I know you have, like you said, been around for 10 years. And if people didn't watch our last live, they should definitely go back and do that because we talked a lot about back in the day how hard it was to generate content, but not just content that really speaks to your audience. And before we jump in, I'd love for you to talk a little bit about that. And how do we get ourselves into the right headspace? How do we get into what you talked about, into the heart and minds of our audience so that we really can speak their language as we're putting this content out there?
I love that you said that because, when I got started, I didn't even have the awareness of creating content that would get anybody to do anything, right? I had in my mind that I needed to post. And so I was just looking for images, graphics, quotes. I, didn't always even know if I had permission to use them. I would kind of just note the source that I had. And I figured that by randomly posting regularly, how many of you have ever done that? Like random regular posting, surely someone would come along and want to buy my stuff. And it just didn't work that way. Trying to see if it was all about the same kind of color scheme. Did I like the font? And then I got into the different editing graphics online and I was trying to make it myself from scratch and it looked incredibly amateur, all of the things, but I didn't even have a strategy, right? So I was pouring so much of my time just into it's almost like you feel like you need to exist on the internet, which we do, right? There's a share of mind that we want to have with the marketplace and with our audience, but it's not just a random thing, which it completely was for me. So I was exhausting myself creating content that wasn't even working. And that's why I'm so glad we're here today with a much better plan for you guys with much more time leverage and an actually effective strategy, because I had no idea what I was doing. You know what I mean, Rebekah? I was just like throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something would stick, hoping somebody would buy because I put up a quote that someone else made over here. I mean, it was a mess. It took a while to learn what we're sharing with you guys today.
It was a mess.
It was a mess.
Bottom line. Yeah. And we've all been there, done that, where it is that cycle of I've got to do more. And as I do more, I get even more FOMO that I'm not spending enough time out there, that I'm seeing my audience maybe gravitating towards my perceived competition. And so it does become that unfortunate sense of I have to be everywhere and do everything. And kind of is that first part of where we're starting with understand your audience, understand where they're spending time. So do a little bit of planning, do a little bit of research. So get into those social networks, go into Facebook, go into Instagram, and go over to that competition. See what's your competition talking about? What's really resonating with your audience? That to me is a great place to start. It's a little bit like doing some reconnaissance or market research. And the beautiful part about all of that, as you said, is that time leverage piece is where PLR.me really comes in, because you don't have to worry about, what am I going to talk about today? Oh my gosh, I'm not an idea machine, or I'm not a great writer, or I'm not a content marketer, I'm not a marketer. And you don't have to be, because we're going to show you how you can take a little bit of this planning, a little bit of this research, so you've got kind of a foundational understanding of what's going on out there. And then we're going to take that into PLR.me, where and that's where we're going to jump into next. And I'm going to show you exactly how to take that one piece of content and then snowball that into 30. And 30 is really just the starting point, because hopefully you're going to see how quickly and easily you could do 60 pieces of content, 90 pieces of content, and have your January, your February, your March of 2025 completely mapped out. And I don't know about you, Jackie, but that like takes my stress level, my anxiety level from 100 down to maybe 5.
100%. That's an entire quarter. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have to think about content creation again until spring.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah. Right?
The
Right?
dream. I love that. The idea of creating 90 days. And can you just imagine like taking a break? That's what internet business should be, is the ability to set things up to serve and then be able to take time off and enjoy your life.
Especially this time of the year, where we're all trying to find that balance of, how do I enjoy Thanksgiving, or how do I enjoy Christmas, and how do I spend time with my family while I'm still generating all of this content. Let's think about where we can take everything that you just talked about and jump into PLR.me and actually do that searching in real time.
Gosh, 90 days of content done. I would have just loved my life. I tried so hard to make that happen back in the day.
Yeah, and like we talked about on the last one, that was not me back in the day. Let's just talk about what would be that one topic, maybe that one thing that you could talk about that people would be searching for, that would naturally attract them to you. What are those problems that you're solving? What are those things that you're helping people with? What are those topics? We're going to come into PLR.me right up top here, and we're going to search for those. So let's just say you help people with their goals. We're coming into 2025. So we're going to search goals, and we're going to come down here and we're going to find something, the success brain, maybe a worksheet, intake goals for coaching. So maybe you're wanting to create a checklist that goes along with your course. The first step in all of this, as you're going to put together these 30 pieces of content, is to find that one resource that we're going to repurpose like crazy. Ronnie likes to say, just bananas. So we're going to go crazy with the bananas on how we're going to repurpose this content. And the first thing you have to do with any of this content as you find it is to go ahead and download it. So I'm going to use this worksheet, this intake goals for coaching. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download that. And once I do, I have several different options here. So I've got the AI marketing assistant I could go into, or I have the AI assisted text editor. Right now, we're going to click on AI marketing assistant. And the first place is going to help you do exactly what we talked about. It's kind of a partner to the research and into the understanding your audience. Now you're going to dig a little bit deeper, but you're going to do it with the power of artificial intelligence. You're going to do it with AI. So as you come into the AI marketing assistant, you're going to come right over. So you're in this marketing tab. You're going to come right over to this market research report. And as you scroll down, you've got the opportunity to put all of your information in here. So your target audience, the type of expert you are. Once you're ready to do that, you're going to click generate. And what you're going to generate is a market report for any of your resources. So keep in mind, you can do this over and over and over again. We used to spend hundreds, probably thousands of hours in this research component alone. So the shortcut that this is creating for you in really getting to the heart of who your audience is. And the beauty in the AI marketing assistant is you can see here with every single one of these shortcuts where you could create captivating titles or create a marketing strategy, you know exactly how many credits benefits that these are going to cost you as well. So this is 2. And once I click generate, and I've already got one generated for us, so we can just pop right over and let me share with you this one here. So this resource was a successful road to spiritual wellness. And you can see here, Jackie, can you imagine if we had had this even just 5 years ago, where we could take a look
Awesome.
at demographics of, okay, so my avatar, that person that I'm actually marketing to, speaking with, is Alex Johnson. And Alex is 35 and he's a life coach and he makes $60,000 a year. And then I come down into the juicy stuff that
Wow.
really is going to help us, yeah, right? Start to speak to their struggles. So struggles that keep them awake at night, feeling disconnected from their true self. And as you start to review these, what's going on with them? Well, they're stuck because there's difficulty in finding time for maybe introspection, or they're overwhelmed by external expectations. And Jackie, I think this again is that shortcut into how do we just immediately take this and start to inject that into our content and talk about what is keeping them up at night. What is that big, big, big problem that we're going to be able to solve for them?
Yep. Oh my gosh. The coolest thing about this is like you can immediately come up with an idea based on each of these points. So you could just put a question mark after feeling disconnected from your true self, and you have whatever, a post about it.
Right?
Then 5 steps to finding time for introspection. Like these give you the titles of content itself. And you don't have to sit there and trying to figure out what the heck what was out there was even saying, then trying to figure out like what the theme was within that, and then finally repurposing that, versus this is highly researched right in front of us. This is fantastic.
And the beauty on top of that is you said, put a question mark at the end. And because it's a text editor, just like anything
Yeah.
else, all you have to do is just type within it. So there you
Oh my
go.
gosh.
Copy and paste wherever you want. And on top of it, and this is going to be fun because Jackie's never seen this before. So we're going to do this in real time. If we highlight anything within this, so we've got feeling disconnected from their true self, and I can highlight this, you see Ask AI comes up. And if I click on that, I can now go ahead. I could rewrite this. I
Wow.
could continue on that to rewrite. I could clarify, I could shorten, I could expand. So maybe let's just expand upon that. I'm going to click on that. Ask AI is going to go to work, and look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Now I have an entire post, and I can go ahead, I could replace that. Instead, I'm just going to insert that below. And now look at this, Jackie.
Wow.
Now I'm starting to build out an entire social media post. Let's go back in here. Now we want to kind of fill this out even further. So maybe I want to create some bullets. There we go. Let's create some bullets. There we go. Again, it's continuing to
Wow.
create even more content for us. So
And I still noted.
hopefully, yeah, you can start to see how quickly and easily you can build out your Facebook post. You could use this in a carousel on Facebook or on Instagram. You could use this as a video script if you wanted to do that as well. So all of this starts to become those 30 different pieces of content. And that's all just from one piece that we just
Wow.
created off of that resource.
That's incredible. Let's find out what happens next. There's like images. I mean, it's so easy to then take this and put it in an attractive, digestible, formatted for social, all of these different things. But a lot of times people will be designing it from scratch, AKA myself, ask me how I know. And you have to figure out what you're going to say, right? You can have actually
Yep.
the template, or you can have all the things, but it's empty. Even if you don't agree with it all, one of the things I love to do is react to things. So sometimes when I'm kind of almost in a writer's block, I'll just want to read something that maybe I don't even fully resonate with, but because there's something to respond to, now it's sparking my own ideas from my reaction. Keeps
Yep.
you from ever being stuck knowing what should I say.
We can come right up here into the
Mm.
image library. Any of the images I've already generated are right here, or I could click generate. I could go ahead, and I'm just going to use this example, but I could type in any prompt here. I could go ahead and choose any of my styles, any of my sizes. So for any of the different social media platforms out there, I can go ahead and click generate. I'm not going to wait on that because my internet's a little bit slow today. But once that's ready to go, that is simply drag and drop into what is now becoming a build out of 30 different pieces of content. And then to your point, yeah, to your point, Jackie, if I wanted to turn this into, let's say I want to make this an ebook, I can come right up top here. I can export, I can go to PDF. I can come in, I could customize this, pick exactly what theme, what style, what template matches my brand. So I'm going to go with constellations. I'm going to customize that template. I now see that it has pulled in all of that information. Not necessarily a market research report is something I'm going to want to give away, but you start to get the idea. Then I can change my font pairings. I can come down here. I can change the header spacing, the text spacing, the header footing. I can see all of that. And once I'm ready to go, I just generate and I've got that beautifully designed PDF that becomes a worksheet, that becomes a checklist, that becomes that beautiful addition to maybe a presentation that we're making. And we just hand that out. So you can start to see those 30 days or 30 pieces of content almost start to create themselves, where AI is doing almost all of the work for you. And that tickler system, I'm going to keep going back to that because I adore that idea of I never have to ever think again about what I want to create. Because first of all, just this one piece has a bazillion different ideas for me. Or you can come right back into the AI marketing assistant and you can come up to the social media tab. You can click on the content calendar and you can generate another 10 days worth of social content. And let me show you this because not only is it 10 days of social content where you've got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, more Facebook for your day 2, Instagram. As you can see, you've got 10 days of social content, but you could also turn this into emails. You could turn this into course content. So many different ways. You've got that right within that market research. You've got that right here in just this one piece of content. And then on top of it, we're giving you here today something special, a bonus that's going to show you exactly how you can use all of this content, all of the AI tools to generate 30 days worth of content. So let me just share this with you real quick here. So this is what this worksheet looks like, where you can come in, you can select your PLR.me content. Then we give you 10 different ways to turn it into social media content, 5 different ways to turn it into all kinds of email marketing sequences, or how to leverage video content. Jackie, we haven't even touched on that here today. And oh my goodness, we have all kinds of scripts in there that you can just pre-create for any of your resources. So you could turn those into a live webinar, maybe a training session. Maybe you could chop it down into YouTube shorts or TikToks, or run a Facebook Live, Q&A. So many different ways that you can create this content. And we're giving this all to you today. So that's a lot.
Oh my gosh. What's so cool is you were on that one tab, which I'm a little bit obsessed with at the moment, of the market research for the guy who wants to be a life coach as an avatar. And what was fascinating, if you guys notice this, and if you're newer to business, like your mind will start to work like this after a while, at least that's what happened to me, is those ideas of what they might be stuck on and then the things that they could step into could become prompts for you, right? You could probably, flesh out an entire email campaign using just AI. But if you wanted to take things back into your own hands and personalize it, all you have to do is answer each of those questions yourself to maybe share your journey with your people. Like if you're ever thinking, how do I let people come to know, like, and trust me so that they want to work with me, want to purchase from me? Start answering questions like that are generated based off of the type of person you're already trying to connect with. And then maybe turn it around and at the end, ask them basically to reply and write back with their answer to that question. You can turn this into 30-day challenges. You can turn this into ways that people could communicate and connect with each other in a Facebook group by posing these kinds of questions and sharing your own. So it's like having, I guess that's why they call it Well, no, they're not. I'm going to come up with a new acronym, Rebecca. It's like a virtual assistant. So it's like VAI. It's like a virtual AI assistant where you've got someone
A
who's constantly,
VAI. I like
yeah,
that.
I need a new word, but it's someone who's constantly prompting you, constantly like feeding you your line, giving you an idea, allowing you to be at your best and really shine in front of your audience, but with such a fraction of the time and the effort. So I'm just, because so many times I have been stumped on what questions can I ask or what stories can I share that's going to allow me to connect with people that I can even think of and that they're going to value, that's going to lead them further down the customer journey in an authentic way. And that was just gold right there. And then to be able to turn that into actual things that you can post. And I saw on there like webinar slides, and it's just incredible. It's
Yeah.
incredible. Where was
Yeah.
this 10 years ago?
And we barely scratched the surface because
I
all of those
know.
tools are in there, tools to just take your content and turn it right into a presentation, or you can just purchase an out of the box,
Yeah.
presentation or
Yeah.
course or any of that. And so, yeah, it's a, how
It
much
is.
could I do? And I think that's a great question too, is, how much do you want to do? It's
Yeah.
totally up to you as the coach, as a consultant. And if you truly love creating content, well, then the sky is the limit. If you are not that person and you're like, good grief, Jackie and Rebecca, that is way too much. You don't have to. You can
Yeah.
just come in, you can buy, whatever that, or download whatever that resource is, and then boom, done, get it out there and you're good to go. So there's beauty in both sides of that. I think it serves both people, Jackie, that
Yeah.
are super creative, right brained, and just love digging in. And then those people that, as you said, are, more, I just want to serve my clients. I have no
Yep.
interest in messing around with writing or
Graphics.
all that stuff. So we kind of meet you right where you're at on both of those. Meeting them where they're at is also just to kind of transition into our amazing Black Friday sale going on right now, which several different options meeting you exactly where you're at. So our biggest Black Friday sale ever is what's going on right now. And you have several different options. You can get a 2-for-1 bonus on select plans. The big one, the bonkers one, like Ronnie likes to say, is getting $1,600 off. That's 73% off of the unlimited plan. And what I love about this, Jackie, is you're going to talk a little bit about something else, another opportunity we have. And in all of this, everything we just talked about with our content plan and creating those, 30 different pieces of content, to this next piece we're going to talk about with the unlimited plan, you get unlimited downloads. So unlimited resources, everything we were just talking about. So all of those different content pieces, you could just download. You could download the entire library of over 18,000 resources. Then you have unlimited access to the AI marketing tools. So you never have to worry about adding more credits, or did I run out of credits today and now I got a stockpile? No, you've got unlimited access to absolutely everything within PLR.me. So you can see here all of your different options with that unlimited plan right here. You can see everything that you get access to with all of the AI marketing tools. One, I didn't even touch on some of them. You've got the AI audio creator, so you could turn any of your content into a podcast. If you've ever wanted to podcast but not do any of the work, you can just use the AI audio creator to, boom, turn anything into your podcast. Or maybe you're a YouTuber, or you have years worth of maybe coaching sessions that you want to transcribe. You can use the AI transcriber. Or I know Jackie and I have talked a lot about getting stuck in, I've got this question, or I've got this problem, or I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to find that. Our AI marketing coach is there for exactly that. They're going to tell you where to find something, what tool you should be using, what resource you should use. And then you also have unlimited access to our playbook, which is bite-sized. So like 5-minute trainings on everything you need to know to get started with PLR.me. And you get all of that for $5.99 a year. That from $21.99 normally, so 73% off. So just a screaming killer deal that is only here through Cyber Monday. So highly suggest get in there now. Start having fun playing around with it. Maybe over the Thanksgiving, maybe this holiday season when you've got a little bit of extra time, you want to take a poke around, have some fun, and get in there and take advantage of just so many different ways that you can create this content, but never again have to do it on your own.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. What I feel like the next thing, like, with that many resources, you kind of can't go wrong. But the next thing I think you guys will most benefit from, looking at how comprehensive this is knowing what to put where. Having essentially a content-based customer journey that your people can follow to lead them into working with you, right? So a lot of people will come into online business and they're like, I heard I need a webinar, or I think I need an ebook, but is the free checklist supposed to come with the ebook? Is the ebook like free? Like, there's a path that people, based on who you're serving, what you're serving them with, what niche you're in, and your own personal preferences and what you feel called to do in the world, will lead people into working with you, so that when people find you on the internet, it's not that random posting of content, and it's also not the random offering of offers. You have a pathway for them to take that makes sense, that elegantly leads them into your world, allows them to get to know you and fall in love with you and want to work with you further. So when you come to something like this, it's incredible. And I very much hope you guys see the value of this so that you get it before it's gone, like take advantage of the deal. And then how do you craft a customized customer journey that will lead your people kind of into working with you further? That's what we want to help you guys with next, is figuring out how to strategically use what you now have access to craft something that's going to create a seamless customer client lead flow for you. And so go get your unlimited pass, okay? And then come and join us in this masterclass, so that then when you have access to all of those resources, you'll know exactly which ones to pull, which ones to tweak, and where to put them, what order to present them out to the marketplace in, based on your goals. Because that strategy around content is what's going to turn you into a very successful business owner, and not someone with an internet hobby, which that is not to cast shade, because that was me for years, friends, before I figured out how to do this.
Yep. When you take advantage of the unlimited plan, you also get all of these bonuses that we have shared in emails. And if you haven't gotten those, you should get signed up for that. But we're also giving away 16 powerful strategies to grow your business. So we have broken down all these different ways. So we talked about content strategy, but how to host a mini workshop series, or maybe create a start here guide, or launch a client referral program. You get this entire ebook PDF when you get the unlimited plan. You also get the ultimate fast track to PLR.me success. This is a checklist that's going to get you rolling immediately. So we've talked about a lot of our AI tools, not all of them, but what you'll see is exactly how to use every single one. So also understanding some of the language, the different types of content, like what are bundles? What are individual products? What do I need to know about these things? How do I add to collections, or what is a collection? So you're getting that, as well as these 7 high conversion funnel recipes. These are proven funnel formulas straight from the top sales books that we have recreated and put together for you, and brought them all together in one location. You never have to think about creating a funnel again. We even give you examples of, say, are you a health and wellness coach? But the cool part about this is, no matter what niche you're in, you can just plug and play these right into your business. And Jackie talked a little bit about what goes next, what goes here. Well, we're going to give you that within this. And then the super duper part, I guess, Jackie, is that then they can take this learning, this better understanding of what does this funnel actually look like, into our masterclass. And that is like putting all of this on steroids, where all of a sudden, okay, I know what a funnel is. I know I'm going to attract more clients with that. I'm going to close more deals. I'm going to grow my coaching business, and I don't have to do it alone, because I'm going to secure my spot today. I'm going to go hang out and just have a total blast with Jackie and Rebekah, because I think we're kind of fun, Jackie.
We're so fun, babe. Highly confirmed.
100%. We are
Good
so
call.
much fun. And when you do, we kind of teased, we shared with you that you are also going to get access. So when you join us for this masterclass, we're going to give you the entire blueprint of everything we just talked about here today, creating 30 days of content with just one idea. We have mapped all of that out into this PDF and we're going to give it to you. So it's that easy. Just come hang out with us, have a little bit of fun, and learn exactly how to put your content strategy into place, not just figuring it out, fumbling around, and having to learn as you go, but do it with us over a span of time. Go sign up right now, December 5th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and let's just do it and get it done.
It's going to be so much fun. We cannot wait to see you guys there. It's time. You know what I mean? It's time to give yourself a suite of resources you can pull from, plug and play from so easily. It's time to figure all that out and put it into a funnel that's going to allow people to work with you. And it's time to build a strategy that's actually going to convert customers and not just have you posting randomly online. We've been there. We get it. It's exhausting. And there's nothing more miserable than putting forth blood, sweat, tears, and time and not getting a result that you want, right? If you're going to put forth the effort, let's at least make forward motion. So you're going to need a strategy to do that. And that is exactly what we're so excited to be building with you guys. Cannot wait. Glad you're here. 2025 has no idea how awesome what we're building is about to be.
That's right. Let's go 2025. Go grab your Black Friday sale. We'll see you inside PLR.me and then we'll see you in the masterclass.